The battery electric Fiat looks and drives like the Fiat 500, with one money-saving exception. The Fiat 500e doesn't use gasoline and gets an equivalent 108 combined miles per gallon highway and city rating.
Okay, 45 in about what, 20 yards?
Yeah, that's fantastic. Most of the folks that are still driving internal combustion engines don't really realize that torque and the speed off of the line of these things.
I love it that I can smoke an Audi at a stoplight. My dad loves it. Actually, he's a hot rod enthusiast and, used to drive a 1934 Ford, which was like a classic hot rod of hot rods. Yeah. And he loves this car. He'll drive this over my BMW.
The 12-volt battery is actually right in the middle of here. The motor is in line with the axles. There is no gearbox in here, and that allows to have a very direct transfer of torque from the gas pedal right to the floor.
I like the detail, the little red you have here. You can get these in various different interior trim packages, right?
This is the Robin's Egg Blue. If you look right here, it says range 99 miles. And that's almost true, but you wouldn't want to count on it because it depends on their driving style. I did my own calibration and I found that if I drive at 63 miles an hour, I get 80 miles on a charge. If I creep it along and I go as slow as possible and maybe only 55 on the freeway, I can actually get closer to the 90 or the 90 plus that's advertised on the dash. So it seems like a lot of my round trips are about 42 miles, which is 84. So that puts me just at the extreme range of low speed driving.
Everybody having a very good experience with the 500e.
Well, the price is right. It is a second car because I didn't quite have the nerve to get rid of my internal combustion vehicle.
What percentage of your time in the ICE versus the EV?
I would say I've driven the BMW half a dozen times in the past year.
It's just sold here in California, right?
Yeah, it's really what they call a compliance car, and the industry doesn't like the idea of compliance cars. They feel like it's an unnecessary cost, etc. But the fact of it is, if California hadn't had their ZEV standard and forced people to do the zero emission, quote, compliance car, unquote, we wouldn't have the EV industry that we have globally today, because California basically kicked it off by forcing people who want to participate in the California market to develop a emissions-free vehicle. The CEO went on record and said that they were tired of basically buying zero emission credits from Tesla, and they had decided that they would have to make one of their own so they could avoid purchasing the ZEV credits. The result is the 500e, and actually it's a super popular car. There's a strong, loyal fan base for it, and he wants nothing more than to get rid of it. He resents having to do it. But kind of by accident, his engineers created what's a very nice and very cost-effective product with a nice driving experience. So there's a little bit of an irony there, and I guess from my point of view, it just goes to show that California setting these standards can influence the industry and to a better place in spite of the foot dragging of the industry.
Sergio Marchionne has an incredible opportunity to double down and actually make a lot of sales on a vehicle that is this popular and this well engineered.